Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Little Fella Sports Podcast. And as you can see, we are here to discuss about day one of the Adelaide Test match. So obviously, India won the toss today, and we elected to bat first. I mean, from an away side's perspective, it was a good thing that we obviously won the toss and chose to bat first. But things was, let's say, mixed for India at the end of day one, and we've got Krishna and Shreyas, two guys who've been on the podcast before many times, and they're here to discuss a short review on the day's play and how things are going ahead. So, welcome to the show, Krishna and Shreyas.
Hi.
Hi, Anirudh.
All right. So Shreyas. So, beginning off with you. So, what do you make of the day today as a whole, and what really are your first impressions of the day?
Yeah, I was pretty happy with the first two sessions. There was enough grind there, and I thought we were set up for a really big score. And even Mayank, so to speak, he looks settled till he got out. And yeah, except Prithvi Shaw, maybe all the batsmen they looked very well. And it's unfortunate. To get Kohli's wicket like that, like a silly run out. It's unprofessional at this level. I think personally, I think Rahane should have sacrificed his wicket. But these things happen. Anyway, Australia have come back. But if you had told me that it crossed 200 and still with 4 wickets to go at the end of the day, I would have taken it maybe. So yeah, let's see what happens tomorrow. I think Australia they have a huge history of cleaning up the tail very fast. I think Ashwin and Zaha they had have to bat time for a bit tomorrow morning. And if we say get some 50 odd runs in the first session tomorrow, I think we'll be in a good position to restrict Australia.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, it started off with a couple of early wickets for Australia. Prithvi Shaw, as we all expected, got done by an in dipper, something which is consistently been done by since the IPL itself. There's a clear technical fault there. And when it came to Mayank, he started off well. He played a couple of beautiful shots, but then again, Pat Cummins got him done. And then the partnership between Kohli and Pujara was really, really good to see. Pujara, as usual, left where he started where he left in 2018. He was grinding his way through and he looked pretty solid. He didn't look too uncomfortable with Kohli. There was a little bit of iffy moments at the start. A couple of bouncers really troubled him, but overall he looked pretty decent. It was not the vintage Kohli innings, but it was one of those innings where he showed a lot of fight, and as a whole the partnership was good. And then once Pujara departed, Rahane and Kohli were looking absolutely brilliant. I mean, Rahane played some lovely shots. The partnership actually really gained some momentum, and India started scoring at nearly 4 runs per over in the third session. And then, as you said, the major turning point of the game, or of the day rather, started at the started with the wicket of Kohli through a very, very, let's just say, a very unfortunate dismissal. I mean, it's probably, as you said, I mean, ideally you would have rather seen Rahane sacrifice his wicket, but in that instance, in that split moment, you really don't know what goes through the batsman's mind. And obviously, unfortunate that Kohli got out. We lost another couple of wickets. Both Rahane and Vihari followed soon, and eventually we ended up with 233 for six. But as you said, I think at the start of the day, India would have taken that. I think batting first, they would have loved to have some sort of score, and 233 for six is something to build with. But Krishna, going forward, heading into tomorrow, what really are your major expectations? I mean, considering India's current position, we have Saha and Ashwin right now in the middle, okay, and the bowlers to follow. Obviously, Umesh has been in decent hitting form, but overall, what are your genuine expectations heading into tomorrow?
Yeah, Anirudh, I'd like you to give me 30 seconds to just talk about my review of the day. I'll just keep it short. First of all, I think kudos to India because this is one of the, I would say, the greatest first days of an away tour that we've ever had for a long period of time because there was very good resolute, there was very good, determination to stick out there and face the fast bowling from the Australians. No one actually, all of them put a price on their wicket. Let's be very honest. Lyon was bowling a tight line to Pujara, so I think that particular backpad instance was definitely around the corner. But the way Agarwal and Pujara shouldered the team in the first session, and then the carry job by Rahane and Kohli in the second session. Probably the only blip in the day is the 3 wicket slump that we faced at the end of the day. But apart from that, I think it's one of India's greatest first days of an away tour in a long time. And yeah, as Shreyas pointed out, I would have definitely taken 200 plus for six going into the first day. So that is my review of the day gone by. And of course, as coming to the question, honestly, we can't expect a lot, man. The new ball is still fresh. There'll be some early movement tomorrow as well. Saha has shown some capabilities. Saha is known for being good mark with the bat. I mean, he still has 3 Test 100s, so he's not someone who is a walking wicket. Of course, yes, we do not have the attacking flamboyance of Rishabh Pant, which I think would have been very useful in this situation. But Saha will definitely try his best. That is my opinion. Ashwin has seen a slump in his batting touch, to be honest. But today it was a really good rearguard action from him at the end. Just ensure that we don't slump and finish the day very badly. So I think we've definitely salvaged something, even though we've had a 3 wicket slump late in the day. I probably would put 50 more runs, if possible, to this score. I think 275 plus is really good for a first inning score, especially in a day and night test match. But if you ask me if 275 plus is relevant to the situation that we were in before Kohli got run out, I would definitely not accept it. So I think getting to 250 and then to 275 will be the first goals for India tomorrow. And I think anything above 275 is just a bonus. So that's all. We can't really put too much expectations on the tail. It's still a tail that's probably 3 balls away from capitulating.
So, Krishna, like, what do you think Australia's score would be at the end of day two? What do you predict? I mean, the wicket, as far as I've seen, it's become slightly easier to bat. First two sessions, it was a bit slow, uh, according to my observations. So, what do you think the score would be at the end of day two for Australia if they get to bat in the second session?
Yeah, Shay. So I think for India, the first task is to at least play 1 hour of tomorrow. Because if we play 1 hour of tomorrow, the more we play, actually, we delay the arrival of the Australians with the bat. So in that case, I think if Australia gets 70 overs, I think they'll probably aim to score at 3.5 RPO, which we did not do. But I think if they go at 3.5 RPO and probably lose 5 wickets, they'll probably be very near to our score if they get to bat 60, 70 overs. So assuming India make it to 275, I think Australia would love to be around 200 or 220 for 5 by the end of the day, because their approach is different in day night tests. If you look at their record, they've always had they always play very briskly in day night tests, especially in the afternoon session where it's slightly better to bat. They've actually amassed a lot of runs. So in that sense, I think Australia will come out with a more positive approach. It's definitely down to the Indians to curtail the run flow.
Yeah, I
So, you'd
mean,
be happy with 200? I mean, what about you, Anirudh? You'd be happy with like if Australia
no,
get to 250 or someone, because
I mean,
that might
I
put
think,
pressure on us, right?
yeah, I think obviously you want to take a first innings lead. I mean, that's why you really bat first to put the pressure on Australia as you head into the final innings of the game. But then, as Krishna said, I think the best time to bat is usually the second session every day, because the twilight becomes really hard, and in the morning you have the moisture. But if the India bat through the first session, at least majority of the first session, then with the new ball, at least you can target them during the second session. During the best time of the day, you have the new ball at least with you, which means that they probably cannot go gung ho at least. And you may be, if they choose to go gung ho, you may be able to prize out a few wickets. I think from an India perspective, as Krishna said, aim is to get to 275. First reach 250 and then get to 275. If you get 300 plus, it's an absolute bonus. But get as close to 300 as you can. And after that, obviously, our bowling attack has to turn up. As we saw today, Lion got some drift. He got extra bounce as well. Ashwin's definitely got a huge role to play. They've got 5 left-handers in their team, and I think Ashwin's definitely got a huge role to play. I think if you say Australia will be 200 for 5 in response for 275, I'd not be too happy, but I'd not be too disheartened either. I think that means the game is more or less in the balance. If we can wrap up the tail, it'll be pretty good. But I mean, I still think it's pretty early to say. We still need to bat. We need to see how long we can bat, because I as much as runs are important, I think batting time is also important, so that you can attack them during the twilight session, because pretty much you can, as you can see today, it was the twilight session which made the difference. And the last one, although it was the run out which instigated the mini collapse, but still the new ball definitely made things talk, and even the likes of Kohli would have struggled if he was around. So yeah, so that definitely is the key heading into tomorrow. We'll have to see how long India can survive and bat and score as much runs as we can, and take it on as we go from there.
Yeah, great. I
So
mean,
yeah, so with
yeah, go
that, I
on.
guess with that we'll wrap up for today's show. We'll obviously be reviewing each day's play after the end of the day for this test match, and I hope you guys like the show. Please do like, share, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for a lot more content. We with this Australia India tour, we've got a lot of content lined up for you around each test match, during each test match. So there's a lot of stuff coming up. So please do like, share, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys soon. Thank you, Shreyas and Krishna, for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you, Anil.
Thank you, Anirudh.